I'm just gonna go through in terms of just on an overview. One of the things which we have adopted this year is and also this was also coming through in terms of our candidates, in terms of the feedback which we have received previously. So for the 2026, we decided to have a theme for our programs, and this also is for our candidates, yourselves, and it's also we also applying this also as a team. And this for us, we believe that also this also helps you to gear yourself towards success, and it aligns you in terms of where you're trying to get to. And just as you gather yourself, as you reflect, I believe that also this you can also come back to it and see how you can also apply it in your journey towards being successful in APC. And for us is to say that sometimes it's important so for someone to step back and remember their why. And because I always say that the why will always need to scream louder when you hit some of the challenges, when you want to try to have a particular achievement and you don't achieve it. So the why needs to scream louder so that you remind yourself to say that, why am I here? Why do I want to be a chartered accountant? Why am I going through this journey? Because your why is what will propel you. And sometimes it's important that you go and clarify it, you go refine it, you go review it, so that you even make it even always that shine brighter, so that even when you have the challenges, when you hit the speed humps, you can go back to your why, and that will always propel you. And I think as I was going through, also when I'm engaging, even with those who have passed and those who have not passed, it's also the part of saying that in order for you to also realize your why, one of the things which you need to do is show up for yourself. And different candidates come with different aspects in terms of how you show up for yourself. And I think the simple one is to say that sometimes you just need to focus to say that in terms of these my surrounding, my mindset, in terms of the people who are contributing towards my journey, are the people. I think someone was like, I had to cut off people who had negative energy, and you work differently. And for me, is to say that this is part of you showing up for yourself. I will need to reprioritize certain things which I need to do. This is part of showing up for yourself, because sometimes the honest truth is that you cannot do everything and you cannot be everything to everyone, because you end up making yourself thin towards your why. So sometimes you need to show up for yourself, and it would mean that some of the intentions which you have towards your well-being, some of the intentions which you have towards your time will also reflect how you're showing up to yourself. And as you're also making sure that you become your number one fan and become the best version of yourself, and in fulfilling your why, is you need to invest towards your why. It's and investing towards your why here, for example, in order for you to become to be successful in your APC, is to say that what are those day-to-day activities which you're doing towards making sure that you're contributing towards your why. And I will say that APC is not an aspect which is not a program, or it's not a course. You'll see when you go through the timetable, there are not as many sessions. And I will say that, for example, you look at the assessment, there's the mock assessment, there is the baseline, there's the final, and there's the supplementary. You don't have to sit for the supplementary if you get certified at the final. But you can see there are very few opportunities of also assessing where you're at. But investing towards your why means that on a day-to-day, and I think Athen likes to say that you need to become a CA. Are you becoming a CA as you engage with your fellow colleagues, as you engage with your subordinates, as you engage with your superiors? Are you living up to becoming a CA? Are you investing towards becoming a CA? If you're to look at your 24 hours, how much is that contributing towards your why? And you need to also just make sure that however you are investing, it needs to be sufficient so that you get to realize your why. I like the last part because I think we tend to not I invest a lot in it. It's to being kind to yourself. And I think for me, this part right here, you're unsuccessful. I always, just like I was saying that at the beginning, that when you're unsuccessful, the first part you're gonna be thinking, what did I do wrong? But be kind to yourself. Think about, what did I do right? because I think we tend to always be thinking in the negative. And in order for you to walk this journey consistently and to also be deliberate in making sure that you get across it, is that you need to be kind to yourself. And when you get, after you've gotten this outcome, how are you being kind to yourself that you're not, for me, the easier one is to say that you're not slicing yourself up on how you were not able to do A, B, and C. Those are the things which you will not be able to undo. And now you need to be kind to yourself. You need um, to take care of your well-being and not always be thinking of the negatives. And that's why for me, one of the things I was saying is that also think about what went right. And also as you walk through the journey, you guys already know that you're going to be going through this journey as you write, as you receive your script, you're going to be seeing those LCs. They're going to be painful, but you need to be kind to yourself to say that this is an outcome which happened on that day, but Ere is not this person. That was the outcome on that day. But Ere can do better. And I know Ere is capable of doing better. And for me, this is what I always say, that we tend to want to have the community take care of our well-being, but we are the last one to take care of our well-being. Be your number one fan. Be on the front line of taking care of your well-being. Be on the front line of taking care of your mindset, because that sometimes really determines how long you take to recover, so that you can journey and make sure that this year we get to realize your why. And for me is to say that there are different aspects you can do, there are different activities you can do towards becoming your number one fan. And for us is to say that as you contribute towards this different aspect, you get to realize, you get to be your best self, you get to be your better self, you get to be that role model. When you're saying that you're looking up to someone, what is that thing which they're doing? And for me is to say that as you get this and as you live it up on your candidate life, as you live it up on your professional life, as you live it up also in your personal life, it's going to build the best version of yourself. Don't wait for anyone else to become your number one fan. Be in the front line of continuously encouraging yourself, be in the front line of taking care of yourself, but also investing on yourself. Don't wait for the next person to be the one who is in the front line for you to realize your why. And this is important. So I thought maybe I'll also just share this as we journey in the year ahead. And yeah, I'm not seeing the chats. Yeah, on my screen, I'm not currently seeing the chats or the